This was the most avoidable 3-1 deficit I've ever seen in my life. Aside from the Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles Lakers, what I mean by that is every Lakers fan knows we should be up 3-1, and instead we are mourning this loss, the past two losses, might I add, like they are a death in the family. And of course, the entire internet is absolutely loving this. They are loving the downfall of LeBron and Luka and the Lakers, especially LeBron. So here we go. Let's talk about the game. As a diehard Laker fan, as a diehard LeBron fan, I thought Game 4 was a lock. I kind of thought we had Minnesota figured out, especially in Game 3. Game 1, okay, that happens. Sometimes we get spanked, but we came back from that and won. But Game 3 being tied with 5 minutes left to go in the game and we let that one slip away, I thought this game was a lock, especially because LeBron started off hot, especially because Luka started off hot, especially because we had the number one defense throughout the regular season. I thought for sure we would win this game, but no, Anthony Edwards was looking at the entire Lakers team like they were a bunch of cones, like this was a drill, the star drill that we did in high school. That's how he was scoring at will on us. But every time they would score, we would score. Every time that Minnesota was looking like they would make a run, we would come back with a giant answer. And everyone's saying Anthony Edwards was dog walking LeBron. Yeah, okay, how come we couldn't do this in the conference finals? Anyone can have the series of their life in the first round, but what can you do in the conference finals when it really, really matters? A trip to the finals, but that's a different conversation for a different day. And, it was absolutely blasphemous how much the referees were on the Timberwolves side. This was a blatant travel by Anthony Edwards. I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, but that was literally what we saw. And everyone wants to make a big deal about how JJ Redick was out there playing the entire starters of the second half, minus Jackson Hayes for the entire second half. I don't care what you say. I know LeBron spends $2 million on his body, but anyone who's played any sort of sport, you get tired doing it. And everyone knows you don't think with your best IQ when you're tired. And I think that had a big impact on our downfall and why we lost this game. Because we were making ill-advised passes, taking ill-advised shots, losing ill-advised shots. And this was a foul. I don't care. Jaden McDaniels, that was a foul. And this was not a foul on LeBron. Had this been anybody else or any other team, it would have been a foul. They literally brought out the CCTV footage to prove that this was
Edwards goes to the line and hits
final play
for the 116-113 foul.
There was some great defense being played by Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert. We couldn't find anything.
Reeves out of the corner for the tie, but it won't go.
When it mattered most, and we are down 3-1, where, I don't think we deserved to win this game. We really didn't. When we were giving up ill-advised shots that were going in for the Timberwolves, I just knew we were not going to win this game. And it's absolutely sad to say that because I'm not trying to take away anything from the Timberwolves at all. One fan was saying, no center, second lowest scoring bench in the regular season, not a recipe for playoff success. This series has reminded me a lot of the Lakers' last two playoff series, which happened to be both against the Denver Nuggets. Once was the reigning defending champs and the reigning league MVP, where they would start out strong. They would take a double-digit lead. Then the second half starts, they would let that lead slip. They would take ill-advised shots. They would miss ill-advised shots. LeBron missed a layup. Luka missed a layup. And then here comes the other team coming back, making impossible shots, making timely passes that'll make their players wide open. It's so frustrating how they can't learn from this. They needed a big. Dwight Howard was on his hands and knees, begging to be on the Lakers. He is what helped us win a championship 5 years ago. So the fact that we went and got Alex Len, who is giant for no freaking reason, that's just blasphemous. Then you got players having the performances of their life. You got Dante DiVincenzo. I haven't seen him play this good since he was on Villanova. He didn't play this good on the Bucks. He didn't play this good on the Warriors. He's only playing this good now against the freaking Lakers. You have Naz Reid, reigning sixth man of the year. Okay, he has spurts here and there, but in the conference finals last year, he totally disappeared. Now all of a sudden, he's back to being the sixth man of the year. Like, get the frick out of here. It's mind-blowing. Then you have another man that basically came out of nowhere as well. I know last year he kind of started having his own little coming out party in Jaden McDaniels, but bro, again, disappeared in the conference finals like this entire team did, coming back and playing against the Lakers. I don't know what it is when teams play against the Lakers, but it seems like they can't miss anything. And don't even get me started on Julius Randle. He could not throw it in the ocean when he was on the Lakers. He could not throw it in the ocean when he was on the Knicks. Missed all of last year with the shoulder injury in the playoffs, was crying about his minutes, was crying about everything. Dude was mad annoying, and now he can't miss a freaking shot. That's how good the Timberwolves are, and it's frustrating, I'll admit. I will also admit, it's over for LeBron. I am the biggest LeBron fan you will ever meet. I want to meet the guy, but it's time I start being real. The ride's over. I'm not saying he's going to retire after this year. I'm sure he'll be in the playoffs next year if he decides to come back and play, but he's done competing for a championship. There's no more going to the conference finals. There's no more going to the NBA finals. There's no more of, it's 3-1, he might come back and win. No, we are not winning this series. We are going to lose. Even if we win on Wednesday night, we're just prolonging the inevitable. It's over. And congrats to the Timberwolves, but I guarantee you none of these players will play as good as they're playing now in the next round or the round after that. They're only playing this good because it's the Lakers. Everybody counted them out. It was the perfect recipe for success, and fair play to them.